Good afternoon, everybody. To start off with, this is our safety disclaimer. These classes and what I say are not medical advice. Please consult with your healthcare professionals before making changes to manage your health. This presentation does not represent Parkinson Canada's endorsement of products or treatment related to Parkinson's disease. This presentation is meant to provide general information. If you have specific questions about managing Parkinson's disease for yourself or others, contact info@parkinson.ca, or you can always call 1-800-565-3000. Got that out of the way. All right, well, thank you, everybody. This is, my name is Letain. I'm the events coordinator for Parkinson Canada here in Winnipeg. This is your at-home workout class number 25. You can find us on Facebook, and it will be through the Parkinson Canada Manitoba Facebook group page, or you can find us on the Parkinson Canada YouTube channel. And of course, you can always try and find our videos on Parkinson Canada on our website or the Superwalk website. Classes are held live every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday from 1:30 to 2:30 Central Daylight Time. But if you can't make those classes live, they will be posted and they will be kept up on the Facebook group page. And of course, you can find them on the YouTube channel with Parkinson Canada. For those of you that are new, welcome. All right, great to have you on board. For those of you that aren't new and this is you've been following the classes, I appreciate your participation with this program. So ideally we're looking at about 150 minutes of exercise per week. So with doing that 3 days a week, that's about 50 minutes of exercise. And the intensity level we're looking at is a vigorous to moderate level. Yes, so when you kind of push yourself at that level, that's when you're going to find that the magic is going to happen. That's when you're going to get the maximum benefits out of exercising. I want you to be proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back for participating in the class today, but all the other classes that you may have participated in. Don't be afraid to give yourself a pat on the back. You should be proud of that. Some of the general benefits of exercise in a person's life, well, it adds to a better quality of life for you. Helps you get a better sleep. Believe it or not, the more energy you expend, the more energy you're going to get back. So you're going to have more energy. And I know it's not sexy, but it does help us go to the bathroom. Part of aging. Good times. With Parkinson's disease, I was reading a few articles in journals the last couple of days because I have to give a presentation tomorrow on exercise and living with Parkinson's disease. And yeah, some studies that kind of point out some correlation of facts. Hello, Ruth. Great to see you. So balance, definitely. If you have issues related to balance in your Parkinson's disease, exercise is a definite, really, really good thing for it, especially the strength training, because we're recruiting more muscle fibers. And the more muscle fibers that we have, the better it's going to be with being able to send the signal to our brain so that we are able to keep our balance. If you're dealing with bradykinesia, exercises, aerobic exercises, or boxing. Boxing's a fantastic exercise that you could do. It will help with your bradykinesia. If you have issues related to your gait with walking, purposeful walking, dancing, very good activities that we could be doing. But again, the secret is it kind of has to be done at that moderate to vigorous intensity level, more towards the vigorous. For those of you, I don't know if you know the term automaticity. So like say you'll start off walking, and then before you realize it, and you don't even notice, you might be shuffling. Well, that is can be a symptom related to living with Parkinson's disease, but definitely some exercises where you are walking, say, listening to a metronome on your headpieces. So it's going to make you keep that pace up. That will slow down the automaticity that you might be dealing with. There's usually a lack of dopamine that's happening, so the signals aren't getting through. So that's why there'll be a slowing down of your regular activity. And for those of you that might be living with pain, flexibility, stretching, fantastic. So the more that we can be doing that, it will really help relieve some pain. We got some shout outs today. So we have, of course, Bonnie. Bonnie, you're always there. I appreciate it. Tenets, Contez, Nathan, Jackie, Kelly Pearson. Kelly, I love your support for our group. Cheryl, Betty and Rick, Jim and Wanda, Marge, Haley, Bonnie, Krista D, Manon, Marie, Susan, Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Great to have you here. My mom, Irene, Lorinda, Pete, Jerry. And Jerry had a really good question yesterday. He wants to start walking a little bit further. So I really commend you, Jerry, for having that goal of wanting to walk further. You got to start somewhere, and I think that's a really attainable goal that you want to start walking further. But you had a question about stairs. Now, living on the 5th floor and you want to get down to the main floor, I'd be a little bit cautious about taking the stairs. But if that's your only way, that's your only way. Hopefully it's not. But yes, so it's just something you kind of have to keep at. So your tolerance, your endurance will build. It's going to take a little bit of time. And unfortunately, as we get older, it gets a little bit more challenging to build up our endurance. But that's not to say it can't be done. It can be done. And having your goals of just trying to get a little bit further, maybe every day, that will make a difference so that eventually you will be able to walk a little bit further. If you want to do exercises, even sitting down, that can help with your endurance and building your leg endurance. We do cross-country skiing. We'll be doing cross-country skiing today, marching on the spot. All that relates, and it will build up and give you more strength and build up your endurance. And perhaps maybe the most important thing of all, it's going to give you that confidence. Having that confidence, knowing that you're able to do it safely, and that you're going to be able to enjoy yourself. Breaking it up into smaller chunks, it's the only way we can do it. All right, gang. So if I'm taking off my glasses, that means business time. Okay, I'm going to back up my chair. So a lot of the exercises that we're going to be doing today can either be done from a seated position or a standing position. Whatever is best for you works for me, even if you want to switch halfway through. If you have the energy at the beginning of the class, but maybe not so much towards the halfway point, you can do everything sitting down. Okay, for those of you that are standing up, just make sure the area around you is nice and safe, that there's no tripping hazards. If there's a water bottle, just put your water bottle aside. Shoes, if you have some nice laced up shoes, that would be fantastic. Hi, Audrey. Great, glad you made it here today. So yes, if you have some laced up shoes that you can wear, all the better. If you're wearing flip-flops, it's actually, I would say it's safer to go barefoot or in your socks than it is to wear flip-flops. But for next time, just try and have some nice, well-fitted shoes. Okay, first of all, let's think of our posture. We're going to sit up nice. Irene! Hey, Irene, great to see you. I know, Irene, you're stepping up with confidence. Okay, let's sit up nice and straight. Let's pull our shoulders back. And we're going to start off with some deep breathing. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. In. And breathe it out. Big breath in. And out. Last one. Great big breath in. Holding it there. And breathe it out. All right. Well, let's do our slap, clap, and snap. So 5 times we're going to be slapping our thighs. 5 times we're going to be clapping our hands. 5 times we're going to be snapping our fingers. We're going to work our way from 5 down to 1, and then all the way back up to 5. Ready, gang? We're going to go a little bit slower today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, actually, I found it more challenging to go slower than to go at a regular speed. That's okay, we've got to try and keep things fresh, change things up once in a while. Okay, so I thought about, some functional fitness, some things that we can do. Again, as we get older, some things get a little bit more challenging. That's just a fact of life, that's reality. So I was thinking, how about we try and put on a button shirt? So let's pretend we're going to our closet, we're gonna pull out a shirt, take your shirt off the hanger, put the hanger down. Now we're gonna put the shirt behind us, we're gonna get one arm through the sleeve, and now we're gonna get the other arm through the sleeve. And I know it can get harder with our small, fine motor movements, so let's try and button up our shirt. We're gonna start from the bottom, pretending. So these are fine little muscles that we have, and do the top button, and shake it out. Okay, let's take off our shirt. Top button, next button, next button. So yeah, little practices like this, even that makes a difference. Now we're going to take off our one sleeve, take off our other sleeve, take off our shirt, throw it into the laundry basket. Let's try that one more time. Let's go grab our shirt, pull it off, take the hanger off, put it back up. We're going to put on our shirt, we're going to put in one sleeve, other sleeve. We're going to button up our shirt starting at the bottom, pretending of course, but again, these are fine little muscles in our fingers here. We got to even exercise those. Okay, looking dapper, looking good. Take off our shirt for the last time here, starting at the top. Take that button off. Again, lots of people don't think of those things, but it's these kind of things that let us stay independent longer, have a better quality of life. Okay, take off our shirt, one sleeve, and the other. Put it in the laundry basket. Now how about we try and put on our gym pants? We're getting changed for this exercise class. So open up the drawer, take out those gym pants, close the drawer. Now we're going to bend down, keeping your head high. You're going to get one foot through the leg hole, other foot through the leg hole, pulling it up, lifting your butt, getting it on. Now let's take them off for one last time. We're going to take it off, squiggle, bending down, taking one foot out, taking the other foot out, putting it in the laundry basket. All right, again, not that hard, but it's just those little things that we can even practice on your own that can make a difference. Okay, so let's just start off sitting up nice and straight or standing nice and straight. If you are standing, let's try and get your feet wider than your shoulders. We're going to swing our arms forward shoulder height and back, up and down, up and down. With our warm-up here, we're just getting our brain and our body prepared for a cardio section that's going to be coming up. It's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes in duration. There's going to be some instructions to follow. Let's do one arm. And you're going to be working hard at the same time. Your heart rate's going to be beating harder or beating faster. And your breathing is going to get a little bit deeper, okay? Other arm. Forward and back, forward and back. Together, both arms, forward and back, forward and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Okay, now we're going to do some stationary toe taps, just one foot at a time. Let's do toe tapping on one foot. So we're slowly building our heart rate. Now let's tap that heel. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Now back to our toe. And how about we change it up? Other foot, toe taps. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Now let's do our heels. So how are you feeling today? Are you feeling up to doing the full class? If so, that's fantastic. But you know, if you're not feeling up to it, these classes are recorded, so you will be able to come back and check them out maybe when you're feeling a little bit better. Okay, back to toe taps. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. All right, great. So we just finished our cardio warm-up. Now we're going to transition into our cardiovascular section. So if you need to have a sip of water, now would be a great time to have it. Just make sure you put your water bottle or your glass of water somewhere safe, so it's not going to be a tripping hazard. And make sure you have no tables if you're going to fall, or any sort of furniture where you're going to fall and bump your head. Just try to make sure that area is nice and secure. Okay, so we're going to start off with some cross-country skiing today. And how about we start off with the arms? So if you're thinking of our cross-country skiing, we're going to bring our arms forward and back. So bring your hands, when they go forward, try to bring them up to about shoulder height. Cross-country skiing arms. And for those of you that have ever walked with Nordic poles, awesome. It is such a great workout. Your arm action will be very similar to this. If you haven't tried Nordic pole walking, some people call it urban poling. It's the same thing. You should really consider trying it out. It gives you a little bit of extra stability when you are walking. So if you are concerned with your balance, it is something that helps kind of keep you in an upright position. I kind of like them a little bit better than having to walk with a walker. And you'll find that it really engages with your upper body. So believe it or not, they say you're going to burn about 25% more calories when you are walking with the Nordic poles, because you have the upper bodies and more engaged, and your gait is going to be a little bit longer. You're going to have some more trunk rotation when you're walking with these poles. Okay, we're just going to do one arm, 1 and 2. Switch it up, other arm, 1 and 2. Switching here, 1 and 2. Switching arms, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're doing 3 times each arm. 1, 2, 3. Switching arms. 1, 2, 3. Switching here. 2, 3, and switch. 1, 2, 3. Now we're doing 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Switching here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alternate. Okay, so we can make this a little bit more intense. You can either have larger movements with your arms, or we can have faster arms. I say for today we're going to try and pick up the pace. So we're going to go a little bit faster with our arms. Let's think of our posture sitting up nice and straight, shoulders back. And here we go. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, and forward, back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowing it down. Forward, back, and forward, back. Okay, so that's our arms. Now we've got to do our legs. So I'm going to demonstrate this sitting down, but I'm going to do the legs standing up. So no arms, we're just going to do our legs. We're going to bring our toe back and feet together, toe back, together, back, together, back, together, back, together, back, together, back, together. So we're going to keep a nice slow pace to start off with. Eventually we're going to pick up the pace, but we'll build there. back, together, back. Now 2 times. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Switching here. 1 and 2. Switch it up. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1. Now we're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Switch it here. 1, 2, 3. Switching. 1, 2, 3. Switching here. 2, 3. Now we're doing 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alternate. One leg and the next. One leg and the next. Okay, so we got our legs kind of figured out. Let's try and add a little bit of pace to just legs here. How about it? Again, it's a nice controlled movement. If you find it too hard, you can keep the pace a little bit slower, but for those of you that need a challenge, let's give it a go. Here we go. Back and forth, 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 back and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowing it down. Back and forth and back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, now's the time we're going to add our arms. Okay, here we go. Forward, back, and forward, back. Forward, back, and forward, back, back. There you go. Remember, try and bring your hands up to about shoulder height. And for those of you that need a harder workout, you can have larger leg movements, keeping up the same pace. That will make it more intense. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's march it out. Cross-country skiers typically have, when they kinesiologists measure, they have the best VO2 max of any sort of athlete. It's because they're really engaged with their upper body and their lower body. So they're in incredible shape. March it here. March, 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 and march. March, 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 and march. Okay, so we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to go with our high knees. So if you're sitting down, that's 100% okay. It's actually even harder work if you're sitting down, believe it or not. And if you're standing up, just make sure the area around you is safe. Let's bring it wide and narrow. Wide and narrow. Wide and narrow. Last one. Wide and narrow. All right, so we got the wide narrows kind of figured out. So we're going to try and alternate it. So it's going to be a wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Ready, gang? Here we go. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, 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 wide. Narrow, narrow. Narrow, narrow. Narrow, narrow. Narrow, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, wide. Okay, let's keep it narrow. Okay, so we got that figured out. How about we try and do some high knees? So no hands to start off with, just our legs. We're going to bring our knees high, so it's going to be a slower sort of motion now. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up, and down. Should we add arms and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, march it out. March, 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 and march. Okay, so we've done high knees. We've done wide legs. So how about we try and pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, march, 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 and march. Okay, if you can keep up, that's great. If you can't, not a big issue. It's not a competition. Work at a rate that's best for you. Again, we do know that we do have to challenge ourselves. So we do have to work outside our comfort zone. So we're trying to raise our heart rate. We're trying to reach that vigorous sort of activity level. Okay, here we go. March, 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 and march. March, 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 and march. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, slowing it down. March, 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 and march. All right. March, 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 and march. Okay, we're going to do one more quick pace, and we're going to change it over to a little bit of disco moves. And then we're going to transition into our strength training. Okay, let's get ready to pick up the pace. Last little push here. Here we go. March, 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 and march. March, 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 and march. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowing it down. Okay. Right on, gang. Okay, so we're going to try our disco arms and disco legs. And maybe when we're ready, we'll go bust a move on Saturday night. Okay, so let's bring it wide, hold it wide. Okay, and narrow. Wide. And narrow. Okay, so for our disco arms, all we're going to be doing, we're going to reach up and across, up and, watch, just watch. It's easier done than said. Here we go. So I'm going up and down, other arm, up and down, up and down, up. And if this hurts your shoulders to point, bring your hands above your head like this. By all means, you could just have point out in front. That'll work for me too. Up and down, up and down, up. So what I mean, like, you can go forward like this instead of going up. Up and down, up and down. 2 times. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Other arm, 1 and 2, 1 and 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Changing it here. 1, 2, 3. Last ones. 1, 2, 3. Now 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last one, each arms. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, march it out. Okay, so that's the arms that we're looking for. Now we're going to do our legs. So our legs are going to start off narrow. So what we're going to do, it's like we're almost speed skating. So we're going to go out and back, 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 out and back. Okay, so we got this down. We will eventually be adding the arms, but we're going to work the legs a little bit more here, just our legs. So now we're going to do 2 times per side. Here we go. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. 3 times. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last one, 1, 2. Now we're going to alternate, and 4. One leg and the next. One leg and the next. So now's the time we're going to add some arms into this. Okay, if it gets too challenging to get your arms in there, just do the legs, or you can just do the arms. Whichever is best for you is best for me. So if my left leg is going out, my right arm is going to go point in the air. It's going to look like this. Up and up. Out and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, march it out. All right, gang, another minute. One more minute. We're going to go hard here, so it's going to march it out. Okay. March, 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 and march. Ready for the last push? March, 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 and march. Okay, here we go. March, 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 and march. March, 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 and march. All right, holding that pace. Oh, that heart feels good. March, 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 and march. March, 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 and march. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowing it down. March, 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 and march. Okay, should we try finish it off with some wide narrows? Okay, here we go. Wide and narrow. Wide and narrow. Okay, we're going to do alternating wide, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide. 15 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, slowing it down, marching, no arms. All right, gang, just finished our cardio section here, so we're going to get into our cardio cool down. It's really important to remember when we're doing our cardio cool down that we're slowing things down, we're slowing the tempo down. The movements will be smaller, and we have to keep our head above the level of our heart. So, because we don't want to be oxygen low in our brain, could lead to us fainting. We don't want that. So keep on moving, just slower and smaller. Okay, so no legs, just our arms. And we're going to change this into a punching out. So here we go. Out and back, out. Slow and purposeful. Bringing our heart rate down. Breathing getting closer to normal. Out and back, out and down. Punch down and up, down and up, down and up, down and back, out and back, out and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Marching, it's nice and slow. March, 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 and march. Okay. I think we can do some shoulder shrugs. Why not? Let's give it a go. So I'm going to keep my feet nice and wide if I'm standing up. If you're sitting down, think of your posture. Now we're just going to raise our shoulders up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. One shoulder up other shoulder, one shoulder, and the other. Together, and up, up, and up. Okay, march it out. Okay, so we're almost on our cardio cool down here. How about we finish it off with some big breaths? Okay, big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Last one, in through your nose, holding it there, and out through your mouth. All right, gang. Well, we finished our cardio warm-up, our cardio cool down. Now you can grab a sip of water. If you need to have a sip of water, by all means, just come right back. So we're going to be entering into our strength training. We're not going to need any hand weights today. We're not going to need any soup cans or TheraBands or surgical tubing. We're just going to work with gravity, and that's enough. Okay, we're going to start off with our sit to stands. I'm a firm believer trying to get the hard stuff done and out of the way. Sit to stands are the hard stuff. So we're going to try and get that right out of the way to begin with here. Okay, so you will need a chair. If you have an armrest in your chair, you can use them. But if you don't have to use them, try not to use them. Big thing for us to remember is keeping our feet wider than our shoulders so we have a nice solid foundation below us here. We're going to be more stable with a wider base. I'm going to demonstrate the sit to stand. I'll give you a profile shot here to show you what it looks like. So I'm not bending over like this. So I'm trying to keep my posture sitting up nice and straight. Feet are nice and wide. I'm going up for a 3 count and down for a 3 count. So it's going to be up, 2, 3. When I'm going down, I'm going to shoot my butt out, keeping my back nice and straight. Okay, we're doing 6, gang. Here we go. Up and down. Shoot that butt out. Up and down. That's 2. Up and down. That's 3. So right now we're working on our quadricep femoris. These are the largest muscles in our body, and are the muscles that are quite often related to preventing falls. So if we can keep these muscles in good shape, the better it is for us. We got 2 more. Down. And here we go. We're going to do 1 more for good health. 1 more for good health, gang. We can do it. Up and down. All right. Well, that's tough work. If you weren't able to stand up the whole way, that's all right. Even if you're just to stand up a little bit like that, that makes a difference. It's like kind of getting off maybe from a chair onto the toilet. Again, not sexy, but that's real. Okay, so that's our sit to stands. We're now going to do, I'm going to demonstrate sitting down, but I'm going to do these standing up. We're going to do knee raise. So we're going to be bringing our knee up, 2, 3, kicking our leg out, 2, 3, back, 2, 3, and down, 2, 3. We're going to do 4 on each leg. I'm going to do these standing up. I'm hanging onto a chair, just going to give me some stability. You can do the same, or you can have a hand on the wall. So we're going up, out, back, and down. Same leg, up, out, back, and down. That's 2 halfway. Up, out, back, and down. Last one. Up, out, back, and down. Changing our legs. Here we go. Hanging onto my chair. Up, out, back, and down. Up, out, back, and down. Halfway there. Up, out, back, and down. Last one. Up, out, back, and down. All right. Not only were we working on our muscles there, but we're also working on our balance, and that's a really good thing. So we need to do more of that. Actually, I try and time out the class. So we're spending about 70% of the class. We're working on our balance, just kind of unknowingly. Okay, so from here we're going to work on some calf raises. So if you're standing up again, you can hang on to 2 hands on a chair or 1 hand on a chair. Basically, we're just kind of going up on our toes for a 3 count. So 1, 2, 3, up. 3, 2, 1, down. If you're in a seated position, it's the same sort of thing. Going up on your toes and down, back, flat-footed. 1, 2, 3, up. 3, 2, 1, down. 1, 2, 3, up. 3, 2, 1, down. 2 more. Up and down. Last one. Up and down. All right. For the last leg exercises, we're going to do straight leg lift. I'll demonstrate from a seated position, but I'm going to do them standing up. I'm kicking one leg out in front, toes pointed, keeping your leg straight, lifting straight up and down. This is harder to do sitting down than this standing up. Okay, I'm going to do these standing up. We're doing 4 each leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, up. 3, 2, 1, down. That's 1. Up and down. Again, working on our balance here at the same time. Up and down, hanging onto a chair for some stability. Last one. Up and down, changing legs. Here we go. Up and down. Here's 2. Here's 3. And the last one, here's 4. All right. Now we're going to finish off our strength training with some chair crunches. So again, this is kind of work, you know how we get that sort of the flexed sort of slump? What we're trying to do is we're trying to work on our posture. So we're going to be pulling our shoulders back, sitting up nice and straight. So I have my bum towards the end of the chair here. You can have your arms across your chest, which is the hardest way, on your lap, which is medium way, and out in front, which is the easiest way. I'm not hooking my feet underneath the feet of the chair, because that's taking away from me working on my abdominal core, and that's what we're working on right now. All the muscles that are in around your gut area here. So sitting up nice and straight, I'm going to have my hands on my lap here. I'm simply leaning back until my shoulder blades touch the chair, and sitting up. That's what we're doing. 6. 1, 2, 3, back. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Again, slower the better, nice and controlled. Continuing to breathe. Let's breathe out as we go down. 2 more. Down. And up. Last one. Down. And up. All right. Just finished our strength training here. So now we're going to transition into a little bit of balance training. We've already had some balance training, but we're going to add some more in there. So the first one we're going to be doing is walking our line. You can have a chair to hang on to. You can have a finger or hand on the wall. That works for me. Simply placing one foot in front of the other. Pretend there's an imaginary line in front of you. And we're going to walk on that line. It does help to have your arms out. So if you need to do that, you can do that. Ready, gang? Here we go. Walking that imaginary line, one foot in front of the other. All right. Okay, now we're going to go back. How was that for you? I hope good. Okay, we're going to try that one more time. Walking that imaginary line. This gets tougher to do as we get older. So if you are challenged with this, don't be embarrassed. It's natural. Now we're going back. All right, so now we're going to shift our weight from one leg to the next. I have the hand on the chair. I'm going to stick my arm out, leaning over to the side. I have my toe on the ground here, just like this. Again, our brain is processing all this information so that if you're ever off balance, your body's able to make those little micro corrections to keep you standing. That's something we have to work at. What we do to one leg, we've got to do to the other. If you need a bigger challenge, you can bring your toe up off the ground. You don't have to hang on to anything either. Again, your brain is making all these micro corrections here, speaking to your muscles. The more we can do this, the better it is, because we have our nervous system is firing, and we're working with that dopamine that you do have, and or the receptors, and we're building new pathways. And switching over to the other foot. All right, now we're going to finish off with some one leg standing. Again, I'm hanging onto the chair, we're lifting one leg up, balancing on one leg. If you need the extra challenge, you can take your hands off the chair. Again, this is something we can practice even while you're washing dishes. You don't have to bring your knee up high like that. You could be washing dishes standing on one leg. You could be brushing your teeth standing on one leg. Okay, what we do to one leg though, we got to do to the other. I'm going to bring my knee nice up and high. Sticking my arms out helps me balance. If you need an extra challenge, you can close one eye. But if you need to hang on to a chair, you can hang on to the chair. And bring my knee down a little bit. Notice how that changes your center of gravity. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to transition into some of our flexibility. So we're going to do some stretching here. I really find that stretching helps. If you have any sort of pain, stretching can really help alleviate pain. For those of you that live with sciatica, you've probably been given some stretching exercises for your your legs, the upper part of your legs. If you're living with shoulder pain, you're going to find that exercise like a chest stretch here is going to help, or a tricep stretch. So let's start off with the lower part, and we're going to work our way up. So we're sticking one leg out, toes up in the air, head held high. We're reaching forward, not reaching down, reaching forward. You should feel the stretch along the back side of your upper leg. Continuing to breathe. See if you can get a great big smile. Breathing, holding that stretch. Oh, that feels glorious. Okay, sitting up nice and straight. Switching legs. Big breath in. Breathe it out, leaning forward, not down. You should feel the stretch along the back side of your leg. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, if you have piriformis syndrome or sciatica, your physiotherapist probably told you to do this one. It can be done from a seated position or a standing position, actually. We're doing it from seated. Okay, now we're going to stretch our inner thigh, so that's going to require us to stick one leg out, placing both hands on the other knee. You're going to lean over. You should feel the stretch along your inner thigh, the leg that's sticking out. Head held high. Think of your posture. Let's not forget to smile. We're doing what we can to have a better quality of life. You're taking control of things. You should be proud of that. Sitting up nice and straight. What we do to one leg, we do to the other. So placing both hands on the other knee, sticking by the leg out. Thinking of your posture. Feel the stretch along the inside of your thigh. Oh, that feels good. Now we're going to stretch our lower back, sitting up nice and straight, putting two hands underneath one leg, and I'm lifting the knee up. So this is stretch for your lower back. Again, let's pull your shoulders back. Head held high. There you go, gang. Feels good. Now what we do to one side, we've got to do to the other. Hands underneath the leg, pulling it up. Feeling the stretch in the lower back. Okay, now we're going to do a chest stretch. It's going to require us to bring our hands shoulder height. Bring your hands up to the side. Great big wingspan here. Soaring like a bird. Feel that stretch. You should feel it right across your chest, right here. Pulling back, head held high. Nice regular breathing. We're going to stretch our triceps, so it's going to bring your arm across your body. You're going to swoop your hand up, grabbing your elbow, pulling your elbow in. So you should feel the stretch around the top part, the back side of your arm. So right in here, so triceps. Holding that stretch. Okay, nice big chest stretch again, big wingspan. Holding it there. Now let's stretch triceps of the other arm. I've got some nerve damage on my left arm here, so I have less range of motion before I start feeling a tingling, that sort of sensation that tells me you got to stop. All right. How about now we're going to continue with our stretches, but they're going to be more Parkinson specific. So I'm going to get a little bit closer to the camera, and we're going to do our cheek stretches. So for our cheek stretches, it's just going to require us to put a palm against our cheek like this, and you're going to pull back. So you're going to be stretching, right, all these little muscles here that are kind of related to us drooling. So we're going to try and keep them nice and soft and supple. Working on that Parkinson's mask. Hold that stretch. Hold it there. What we do to one side, we got to do to the other. Hold that stretch. All right, one more time, each side. Palm against your cheek, pulling it back, holding that stretch. And other side. Okay, now we're going to work on our vowels. So we know what our vowels are: A, E, I, O, and U. So if you can do this in front of a mirror, I would definitely suggest doing this in front of the mirror. Believe it or not, it's kind of surprising to realize that maybe you're not moving your mouth as much as you thought you were. So we're going to try and over-exaggerate our motions with our face here, our facial gestures, when we're doing our vowels. So here we go. A, E, I, O, U. One more time. A, E, I, O, U. Last one. A, E, I, O, U. All right. So we're going to work on our great big politician smile now, working on that mask. Great big smile. See how far you can stretch it out. Great big smile. There you go. Now we're going to drop our jaw. There's muscles involved with chewing our food, so dropping your jaw. Back to a smile, great big smile. There you go. Drop the jaw again. Now we're going to stretch our neck out a little bit. We're just going to put this ear down to your shoulder. You feel a nice gentle stretch. Again, this could help alleviate some pain that you might be living with if you have Parkinson's disease and it manifests itself that way, some of the symptoms. What we do to one side, we've got to do to the other. We're looking for balance. Bringing your ear to your shoulder. And we're going to drop our chin to our chest, a nice slow, gentle chin drop. Head to neutral. We drop our ear to our shoulder again. You should feel the stretch along the outside there. One side, then we've got to do the next. Head to neutral, dropping our chin to our chest. Now we're going to work on our eyes, our little muscles, our ocular muscles there. So again, this is something people quite often overlook, but if you have Parkinson's disease, it could be something that you're living with. So what we're going to try and do, you're going to point your eyes up as high as you can, straight back. Eyes to neutral. Now we're going to go down, looking straight down, holding it there. Eyes to a neutral position. We're going to go that way, working on a peripheral vision. Now we're going to go that way, working on a peripheral vision. Eyes back to neutral. We're going to raise our eyebrows high eyebrows as high as you can. And down. Last one. Up. Raise those eyebrows. And down. That's it, gang. We've just finished. So yeah, just a quick little blurb on the Parkinson Canada Super Walk. So yes, we are having the Parkinson Canada Super Walk. It is on Saturday, September the 12th. And we're changing things this year because of COVID-19. We can't get or risk having the large collective experience that we've had before in the past. So we're asking you to host your own mini Super Walk with family and friends in your neighborhood. Yeah, you're still fundraising because, you know, we're here to support you, to continue to provide programming for you. If you're living with Parkinson's disease or if you're a caregiver, you know, we're here to support you. And of course, we're also channeling a lot of the money that's raised into research so that we can find a way to learn more about Parkinson's disease and eventually stop Parkinson's disease for everybody. But that takes money, and of course, one of the best ways for us to do that is through the Super Walk fundraising campaign. Check out the website. The website this year is just fantastic. It's so much easier to navigate. So the website address is www.superwalk.ca, and there's going to be a Walk in the Box toolbox this year. There'll be a virtual Walk in the Box, and there'll be a real Walk in the Box that we can mail off to you. And you're going to find some really helpful tools, some posters. For those of you that get the boxes themselves, you'll find some bandanas and some balloons to help you host an event. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact Alejandro. He's just simply fantastic. He works with Parkinson Canada. So you can find him on pretty much 24/7 with superwalk.ca. Or you can contact your local Parkinson Canada chapter, and they'll have the information to share with you. Well, that's it for today, gang. So I will see you on Friday at 1:30. Don't forget, we have these videos kept up on the Facebook page. We also have them on the Parkinson Canada YouTube channel, so you can come and check them out whenever you want. Great. We'll see you on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.